right here. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the episode. I gotta set some stuff up real quick. That. Refresh. What's going on, everybody? First thing I'll do, I'll just announce this now. I'll probably announce it later on in the stream. Also, whoa! Turn off the sound. You go into you so I can edit you. I don't know. I don't know if there is an easier way of doing this, but you can't like. Well, first off, what happened? I thought I added something else to. There we go. That's wrong because that is correct. All right, cool. Okay, well, hold on, I got this to show more. Changing the game. I don't can't do Five Nights at Freddy's. What up, Beanie Freddy? How we doing, man? Five Nights at Freddy's. That game. All we're doing is theorizing. That's just the theory. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, back. Get pop-out chat for YouTube because I do see right now. Sometimes Streamlabs likes to just stop getting the chat, so let's go get the pop-out of the chat. Today we have. I'm going to do a fun thing, okay? And I want you guys to believe me when I say it's a fun thing. That is, I'm going to throw out a crazy theory and then see if we can find evidence to support said crazy theory. Going out and on? Huh. What do you mean? Oh, maybe I'm not talking loud enough. Sorry. Oh, it might be because of my AC. Hold on. Okay. How's that going for us now? How we doing? I think it's the way I talk sometimes. Good? Okay. I think it's just the way I talk sometimes. Sometimes I talk in like a high and then a low register, and sometimes doesn't hit right. I guess is the way to put it. Anyways, I have a fun theory thing to do today, and I want to see if I'm just making sure I have everything open. Don't forget. Well, I just always announce this at the top of the videos, or it should be anyways. I am currently in the middle of writing a book. If you guys want to read the book, follow the link in the description below to the Patreon to read it for. You can read the first 6 chapters for free, or however many is available at the time that you watch this video. But that's just a little thing for me. It's not part of the theories or anything like that, and I don't. My book has nothing to do with Five Nights at Freddy's. Obviously, it's just my own. Oh wow! I just took that off my keyboard. It's been there for months. Actually, like 2 years. I've had this keyboard for like 2 years. I never took that plastic piece off of part of it. Oh, I'm realizing that there's more plastic on this part. But yep, just a little self. Well, oh, yep. Ooh, that looks nice now. That looks cleaner. Anyways, just a little self-promotion stuff. I am in the middle of writing a book. If you guys like reading books, this one's a lit RPG book. Like I said, there's like 6 chapters available right now for free on Patreon. If you want to read it, go for it. If you don't, that's fine too. Down in the description below. Onwards to the theorizing. I want to throw some theory shit at you guys that I like, that I think other people are going to hate. I don't even think I'm gonna say this. I want to just throw it out there to have fun with it. I'm not saying that this is truly my actual canon lore theory kind of situation. It's just another fun thing that does make you think, and it's because I'm using the books. All right. And actually, this map helps me with it. So this map right here, we're going to Reddit to get the full size of it. Yeah. This map right here. Ooh, this actually works really well. This map right here. This is your sister location map, right? sister location map, and it helps with a lot of stuff. Helps with quite a few things. All right, and it helps with my theory that I want to pitch you guys today. You guys can help me with, and as more people come in, we'll repitch it or whatnot. And here's the thing that I want to do. This is what I ask of viewers. Okay, we are not here to immediately shut down anyone's theory. All right, the fun way of figuring out what the true lore of this franchise is to just go down every path possible, see what helps, and then see if we can find things that stops it from being true. But going down that road and proving something false may end up helping us prove something else true. So if we take an idea that pops into someone's head, such as this one that popped into my head a while ago, and I've been playing around with it, but I've been avoiding saying it on stream because I'm just in the middle of growing this channel, doing FNAF stuff on the channel. Like, obviously you can go back and I have like 300 videos of non-FNAF related content and me playing other games and stuff. So I don't want to scare people off by doing something like this, but I want to establish this as a thing that I like doing and I want to do, and I want you guys to be supportive in doing it, because again, in helping try and figure out the true facts and non-facts of something, I think it will help us determine what is true and what is false, and help us figure it out easier. So, and I did start early. Yeah, I did start way earlier than normal. Hold on. Also, go, if you guys haven't yet, if you have Discord, you should definitely follow me on Discord. Nope, the book one. And I'm gonna putting it. Definitely go. It definitely uh. I also need. I need to add the YouTube. Yeah, I got it in there. So, if you guys haven't joined the Discord, make sure you do that. This point Discord. And paste. Ta-da! There you go. There's the Discord. I used to be a Discord partner, so the Discord link is I still have the novelty Discord link, discord.gg/Strider, from back when I was a partnered streamer on Mixer and a Discord partner. And anyways, onto the theorizing stuff. If ready for it, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not yet. Is it too controversial? Controversial. Wait, why did it pop up? Oh. It popped up it just randomly made it the next timed one to do. Anyways, so how we doing today, guys? How's everybody doing? You guys ready for some weird theorizing craziness? I want to get some shocked expressions, some what? No way. What if, so here's my theory for the day, and I don't even need to wear these right now cuz I'm not doing any sound. We're just talking. We don't need sound. Oh, what is it? Oh, that's something different. Yep. Monster Cat music or whatever. Anyways, never mind. Well, I don't need to worry about this right. Oh, Streamlabs music. Anyways, wait, we'll get it later. I'm not gonna worry about it today. Right now. What if? Hear me out. What if Five Nights at Freddy's number 4 don't play as an Afton? What if Crying Child isn't an Afton? Is that right? Is that weird? Would that be weird? The funny thing, no, there's actual evidence that it could potentially not be an Afton, that Crying Child isn't an Afton. What if I'm wrong? Okay, so I'm going to preference this with, I think I'm right on what I said yesterday, where I say that this is Sammy, but there technically is evidence that this is Sammy. Hear me out. This is why. So, sister location map. Boom, 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 boom. Sister location map. All right. Books in the Silver Eyes books, the trilogy, the Silver Eyes, the Twisted Ones, and the Fourth Closet. Okay, right? Stay with me here. This would technically be Henry's house. This would technically be Henry's house, because under Henry's house and under the pizzeria that is super close to Henry's house. Oh, someone. I'm gonna watch this right now, Zany. Underneath Henry's house is the underground workshop bunker thing. It's all connected to Henry's house. The pizzeria kind of thing throws it off a little bit, because the pizzeria is way closer to to any houses, I think. And anyways, in the books, like, that's the thing, is like, technically in the books, sister location is located directly underneath Henry's house, not William's house. But there is ways to explain things that originally we thought were one way, but could be a different way. Okay? So for one, it doesn't explicitly say that this child right here is brothers with Michael Afton. Like, even if we want to go Foxy Bro as Michael Afton, there is nothing that actually says that they're brothers. And actually, in all honesty, the house doesn't even have room for him. The house has 3 rooms, 3 bedrooms, right? It has the girls' room, Charlie's room. It has the boys' room, Sammy, and then it has their dad's room over here for Henry. Bum, bum, bum. Maybe Charlie is off somewhere, right? When Sis is off somewhere, with Dad, with Henry. Henry and Sis are gone, and Michael Afton is babysitting his dad's business partner's son. Maybe. I'm just saying it's a thing that could be a thing. And actually, I'm trying to think of some other things right now too. Nice. Yeah. Wait. Hold on. I want to go. I want to go to YouTube. Actually, hold on. I want to go YouTube. To YouTube. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Let's FNAF for minigames. Ready for all minigames. So all minigames. I want to look at some stuff. Now that I'm thinking about it. Throw some sound on. Look at something here. Put that. You go over to this girl and you talk to. Is this a girl or a boy? This might be a boy, I guess. Hold on, stop for a second. Why does it look like I'm on? Oh, 720p really is just okay. That's better. Your plush toy. Mine is Spring Bonnie. My daddy says I have to be careful with him or I will pinch my finger. Look, it's a Spring Bonnie. Yeah, they have blah blah blah. So this is the other thing that I want to point out. Hold on, where is that? Right here. I want to point out this. So, okay. So actually, we're just watch through all of them so I can point this out. So I want to point this out about my theory with the whole that being Sammy in the body, but then other people are like, but it happened so late in the timeline and the chronological order of this stuff. So we're gonna watch all this real quick. And again, I want to point out this fact that what did he do this time? He locked you in your room again. Don't be scared. I am here with you. So, okay, so he's locked in his room, blah, blah, blah. He can't get out. Let me out. Won't let me out. Then finally you just crumple down. Then this happens at the end of it. Tomorrow is another day. Okay, now remember that just happened. Tomorrow is another day. 4 days until the party. You're free. You can get out of your room now. You know he is hiding again. Again, look, he never moves. He never moves, Psychic Friend Fredbear. He's just there. Get scared. Tomorrow is another day. Okay, there's this pattern. There's this pattern happening for these games leading up to your party. Every single mini game. It starts with Psychic Friend Fredbear saying something to you. It ends with him saying, tomorrow is another day. Here we go again. He left without you. He knows that you hate it here. You were right beside the exit. If you run, you can make it. Hurry, run towards the exit. No, don't you remember what you saw? The exit is the other way. Hurry and leave. Oh, it's too late. Hurry the other way and find someone who will help. You know what will happen if he catches you. You can find help if you can get past them. You have to be strong. Oop. Tomorrow is another day. 2 days until the party. He hates you. You have to get up. You can get out this time, but you have to hurry. Where's your plush toy? Mine is Spring Bonnie. My daddy says I have to be careful with him or I will pinch my finger. He is a finger trap, he said. Let me go down here, talk to this girl. You'd better watch out. I hear they come to life at night. And if you die, they hide your body and never tell anyone. The rumors are already going around. Why do you look so worried? See you at the party. Ha 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 ha. Aren't you the kid who always hides under the table and cries? Ha ha ha, no one else is scared. Why are you? Stop being such a baby. And again, notice that every time he's around kids or other people, Golden Freddy, the psychic friend Fredbear or whatever, he hides. He's hidden out of sight of these kids. Like right here, he's behind the wheel of a car. You get a single little pixel or two. Are you going to the party? Everyone is going to the party. Oh wait, you have to go. It's your birthday. Ha ha ha. Or ha ha. He's out in the open now because no one else is around. Now he's hiding in a flower. Now he's on the couch. Be careful. There he is. You get scared again. Tomorrow is another day. Now watch this one. Watch this next minigame. Pay real close attention to what's said. Please let me out. Sammy, please. Please let me out. What happened in that one? What happened in that mini game? Or correction, what doesn't happen in that mini game? What's missing from that mini game that isn't missing from any of the other mini games? Tomorrow is another day. Want a controversial theory? Only the FNAF 1 animatronics are possessed. Afton and his kid made the rest hostile AIs after becoming obsessed with the animatronics. Yeah. No. Yeah, so that actually is like that's a real thing though. It's all the other animatronics are just actual like their programming is to kill essentially, but only the original like 4 animatronics or 5 animatronics are actually like haunted animatronics. Unless there's a second round of dead kids. Well no, technically the books do show that the Funtime animatronics are haunted also because Afton breaks down and melts down the remnant, the metal from the original 4 animatronics, Foxy, Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy, and injects it into the fun times to convert the remnant from the 4 to the other 4. Which I want to point out also, it makes you feel like Afton knew that at some point, however, the agony of the kids' souls did work their way in after FNAF, which explains hallucinations of 3 and the smarter AI from that. Right? Exactly. Um, so the so I do want to say this thing. I think Afton knew at some point that one, he was gonna have to possess an animatronic because he was eventually gonna be killed either by the toys or by something else, and that if anyone was to kill him or try to kill him once he possessed an animatronic, he wanted to make sure that they were gonna do it in a way that wouldn't actually work, because Henry tells you to, like, you multiple times you try and burn they try and set William on fire to, like, destroy the remnant, but we all remember the fact that William melted down all the animatronics and injected them into other animatronics to move the remnant, right? That's a thing that we all remember as a canon event in multiple continuities. So if you can melt down the remnant, which would require a way hotter fire than an actual blaze would be, then why would you think that you can, what is the cleansing fire of absolution? Is that what you thought was going to happen? Like, if you can melt down the endoskeleton in a hotter flame and inject it somewhere else and it still be functioning like it's supposed to as remnant containing a soul of a child, why would setting on fire, which is a way lower heat that wouldn't melt them out, why would that cure the problem? Yo, Foxy, thank you for that sub, man. I appreciate it. Welcome to the new community of FNAF theorizing that I am slowly hobbling together, like the stories themselves of all of the stuff. Remember, there were kids. They just wanted him to feel their pain, kind of like toddlers fighting punch you hard. Yes, but even Henry says, light him on fire. Henry thinks that fire will cleanse it. So I think William, like, planted the seeds to people to believe that setting him on fire would be the thing that would cure the thing. Hey, there it goes. Finally came through. Thank you for that, sub, man. I really appreciate it. Welcome. We are slowly building up a new theorizing community over here, and I am appreciating it. And the thing that I wanted to, like I said before, and I want to say it again to everybody, my goal with the live streaming theories and stuff is to just throw out any and all theories. Not all of them are going to be theories that I actually believe are the real theory. My thought process is, by throwing out theories and trying to figure out ways that it could make sense, and then figuring out ways where obviously it isn't true, we can help work our way towards the truth easier. If we only go about the truth one way and one way only, then we'll never actually get to where we're trying to go. Here we go into more scientific side of theory. They once had a brain, now it's rotten and burnt, so now we have the limitations of living. Kind of, but I feel like because we're in like a sci-fi era, especially with FNAF now, that once they have died, the limitations of brain or whatever is gone anyways. I don't think the machines, I think physical limitations exist, but the aspect of mental limitations, I think those limitations are just where they were when they died. These are kids. They were 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 when they died. So I think that's their limitation anyways, is that they are limited to the maturity that they were at when they died. They don't get to, I mean, they might mature a little bit because obviously they've gone through some kind of traumatic event, but I think overall there's that is the limitation to begin with, is that they're children and they're going to function as children function. Um, but yeah, so controversial theory that I threw out today. Oh, multiple ones, but one of my favorite ones, the one that I do actually believe, right? It intrigued me, the breathing before you realize you were on the cams too, or the body's always there. Do they materialize in paranormal events? What do you mean? The breathing. The breathing before you realized you were on the cams too long. In what, FNAF 1, 2, 3? I think the breathing is you yourself. I think the breathing is the guard. I think they're while they're on the cams, they start breathing because they're anticipating things. Freddy's breathing before the jump scare sounds like a partially collapsed lung in FNAF 1 or 2. Hold on. FNAF 1, heavy breathing. Oh, Bonnie breathing. This will probably sound a really dumb question to ask, but I only got the game about 2 days ago. I've been in the fandom for years now, though, and I have only just discovered some noises which sound like breathing. Sorry if I'm wrong. That Bonnie makes, it might be more than just Bonnie, but I've only heard it from him so far. My experience so far, it started on the second or third night and can be heard when Bonnie is outside the office in the West Hall. Before a cam-related jump scare. All animatronics but Foxy does it. If you're genuinely curious, don't apologize. Yeah, so when Bonnie and Chica get into the office, there's a rasp. Okay. Noises in both corners, and nights 3 and 4 from Bonnie. So what I'm wondering, so reading that, I think my first connection to a theory that I would have with that is that what is it? Oh, my Walmart stuff. I think what if they were, so what if that's all animatronics but Foxy does. What if that's how they died? Maybe they were strangled to death by Afton. Especially the last two. If he's kind of like maybe Susie he strangles on purpose, right? And maybe he also strangles both Jeremy and Gabriel also, but he didn't strangle Fritz, and that's why Foxy kind of functions differently than the other two, and that would be why Foxy's always breaking down. Maybe he didn't get as strong of a connection as the other three because he didn't suffer as much, because we have learned that both Remnant and Agony exist, and I would assume being strangled, like suffocated to death, would be a way more agonizing death than like simply being stabbed to death. Well, you suck at this in this universe. Theory 2, that place must stink. Theory 3, the body is somehow materialized enough, either physical presence or psychic phenomenon. Neither. I don't think it's the bodies. I don't. So you're trying. So I get what you're trying to do. Is you're trying to say if they're making breathing noises, then they must have physical bodies to still do it. But that cannot be the case. It could just be a supernatural phenomenon where they are out of habit creating the breathing sounds themselves. Because I mean, technically, like Golden Freddy in FNAF 1, the "it's me" like popping up on your screen, I think that's not like, it's not actually jumping into your eyesight and making you see "it's me." I think it's supposed to be a noise. I think it's scarier in FNAF 1 if no one except for Phone Guy has actual voice lines, but I think it, or I think Scott made it a visual words to see instead of giving it a voice, because, well, one, at the time he didn't know where Golden Freddy was actually going, so just having the words pop up on the screen, "it's me," implies someone screaming, but no voice is connected to it, so he wasn't stuck in one spot with that character at the time. I think as ghosts, they are able to just make noises as anyone would, and it doesn't have anything to do with physical things. I mean, we do have evidence of supernatural manifestation into the physical world. So yes, blood appearing when it shouldn't, pouring from his eyes. There's a the manifestation of their eyes. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I mean. Is like I think it's not like they actually have physical bodies, and that's why they're breathing the way they are. I think the three of them breathe because they're creating a supernatural phenomenon from being a ghost or being a spirit in the thing. And I think that's actually a good theory from me on the maybe Susie was strangled first and he just did it out of like that was just his natural reaction when he went to kill her was he strangled her to death, and then maybe he experimented a little bit more with Fritz by like stabbing him to death or like slitting his throat or doing a quicker cleaner kill essentially, and he realized that there was a stronger connection with oh, newbies talk here. Oh, Beanie Freddy, hello. I will give you your you need a roll here to people. There you go. There you go. Maybe I'll make a theory, and maybe I'll make a theory chat. Create channel. Yeah, we're gonna create a channel. Text channel. Is new name. FNAF Theories. There we go. FNAF Theories. There you go. Create channel. Boom. We have created a new channel for general chat. Yes, all these people go here. Theories. Go here. In case you guys ever have theories that you want me to talk about on stream, boom. I made a theory channel on the Discord. Join the Discord. Join the Discord. And you guys can get in there and then can talk about theories on there. That'll be fun. Yeah, how dark are we allowed to get before I delve for? No, you can get as dark as you want. That's fine. As long as it's not like I'm gonna get demonetized. Well, actually, I can't get demonetized. I don't have monetization yet, so go for it. Because I can drop some dark insider info on IRL injuries, but that may be considered too dark for a kid safe topic. I'm not worried about being kid safe, to be fair, unless you yourself are a kid. But I mean, don't worry about it too much. Like, unless it's really gonna make a difference on whether or not like what seems like a good thing to consider is that a good thing to consider is that I think that's a good one is to think that maybe Fritz was a less agonizing death than the other three, and that would explain why Foxy tends to be out of order or doesn't function as well as the other ones, or doesn't function in the same way. Like Foxy seems to function in spurts. Like whenever we see Foxy in like the original Foxy, he kind of works in spurts. Even Funtime Foxy kind of functions the same way. And that's another thing too is I have to actually like go, and I haven't read the Twisted ones. I've just listened to a lot of other people's like information about the book. I need to go and read it myself or look it up and see, did William Afton, does it explicitly say that William Afton actually melted down all of the original animatronics and then pumped the collapse along 100% matches the breathing profile you hear before those jump scares? That could be it. He could have. Well, it does say in the first book when it describes Carlton being trapped and then also Officer Dunn being like ambushed by Springtrap, that he is excessively strong and he squeezes their body extremely tight. So as like they're larger adults, they can handle that kind of roughage. But if he was to apply the same pressure to a child, I very much could see him breaking a rib and puncturing a lung and then dying that way. And maybe Fritz didn't die in that same way. Maybe he died in a quicker fashion than a collapsed lung and suffocating to death under the weight of their own like body being crushed by this grown man. So that could very well be it. And it seems like Safe one. Seems like a safe one. Now, I want to throw out the crazy one that I said earlier that got Beanie Freddy to throw some crazy mind blow faces at me. And I don't personally think that this may 100% be correct, because obviously it probably isn't. And I think the original, you play as Crying Child Afton, or as I believe his name is, Cassidy Afton. I think that actually makes sense, that Cassidy is actually the crying child, not vengeful spirit. And I'll say this, and this is why I think this. One of the reasons why I think this, here we go, is this kid right here, because there's another kid right here, right? I think this is Sammy. My theory: would this be the physical ramification of their bodies already removed by forensic specialists, or were they always there, reanimated by hatred? I don't think their bodies were ever removed. I don't, it never says. So in the games, at least in the game continuity, there is no evidence to suggest their bodies were ever removed. More likely what happened is that their bodies fully decomposed, and maybe Afton himself removed what bits of remains were left in the suits when he broke them down. But there is nothing that suggests that these animatronics were ever cleared of the corpses. That place could be stinking. Yes, exactly. But yeah, there is nothing in the gameplay that ever says that the bodies were ever removed. It is very much implied that the bodies decomposed inside of these suits, and it's one of the reasons why they're like, they never got cleaned. They never cleaned these suits, and it's probably because the owner of the restaurants said, don't clean the suits. But I want to. There's also this weird thing, because I'm currently listening to Silver Eyes, and there is this weird part in Silver Eyes, and I want to go to a different scene in the. No, oh wait, it's Happiest Days. I think it's Happiest Days mini. Suit itself has the tensile strength to remain believable with a rotting corpse inside. Yeah, absolutely. They are. If you look at this, like the suits, a lot of the hold on, FNAF 1 animatronics. If you look at the FNAF 1 animatronics, they're very bulky and big, and like they're segmented too. So if they were shoved inside, the corpses would just stay inside the stomach area. So if you look at the stomach area there, and then let me pull up, get rid of these guys. Endo 1, Endo 1, FNAF. So if you look at an Endo 1, so here we go, right here. FNAF 1 Endos. So this is your Endo 1 skeleton. This is what you're dealing with a FNAF suit. So you got your FNAF 1 animatronics, right? So, I mean, you can see how big these guys are. Like, you can see how big the suits are. You can see how big Freddy is and how thin the Endo is. Such a large frame requires some kind of cooling system. That whining sound is a cooling fan coupled with gore and rust struggling to operate. It's why he is so slow. That could be it. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. But yeah, if you look at, I mean, if you look at the suit, like if you just look at how big, oh, sorry about whatever. But yeah, if you look how big and bulky this is compared to how thin the Endo suit itself is, you could easily put an entire child around that, sitting inside the big, bulky, firm suit. Because these are made out of like metal and plastic and framing and stuff, and they just have a layer of fur on the outside to make them look soft. So yeah, popping a child in there, perfectly. So easy. Super capable of doing that. Super easy. Some of these are fan renders. There we go. Look at that one. That's a lot of different characters in there. So these are the FNAF 1 characters, right? Let me see. What was I thinking? I was thinking. Oh wait, I want to see FNAF 1 animatronics. FNAF 2 Withered. Yeah, so Withered Freddy in FNAF 2 has buttons, but this Freddy no buttons. Hold on, I need to. You're good. I don't need this one. So this one I can go back to Google. Google.com. FNAF 2 Withered animatronics. Boom. Okay. Images again. So here's our wizards. Yeah, so here's our withered animatronics from FNAF 2. Here's our regular animatronics from FNAF 1. They're different. They're not the same animatronics. This next part, just a comment. Man, I remember staying up way too late for too long as a kid watching these. I'd have waking dreams about these things. No, I got it, dude. I get it. I was already an adult when this stuff started, but I was what 22? Yeah. 22. I was still in college when this game first came out. But with upgraded parts, they got refurbished after FNAF 2. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like they're the same but not the same. But are they? That's the other rub. That's the other thing. So that's the thing is, except for Foxy, maybe Foxy didn't get as much of an upgrade as the other one did. His looks like he like barely got repaired. Is the thing. But Freddy says it's preferable mid-bite FNAF 2. What do you mean? You want Freddy mid-bite? FNAF 2 Withered Freddy bite. Withered Freddy jump scared. So that? Yeah, that or this one right here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So let me see this. Still one. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. There's an issue here. Yeah. Hold on. No. They're completely different. What up, Crossmans? How we doing? Or Crossmaz? How we doing, Cross? They didn't get refurbished. These are two different animatronics. Look at this. So check this out. Look at the, can I get even bigger? I can get even bigger. God, that doesn't look as good. But look at the mouths. Look at the mouths on these. So, hold on. Go back to FNAF 1 animatronic. Oh, come on. Can I zoom in more? I wish I could zoom in more. These are, yeah, this is the original animatronic one. Not related to 87. Perhaps that kid just barely survived but broke Freddy's maw. Oh wait, hold on. You know how the body has emergency adrenaline reserve? Oh no, you're not just in danger. You're about to die. So like a motherless attracted. Yeah. All did another bite incident, not related to 87. Perhaps that kid just barely survived but broke Freddy's maw. I don't think so. Because well, Chica is completely different. That is none of the animatronics endos. Either that's that. Don't need you. I need regular. I need original. Is this no? That's original Freddy. Original Chica. Original. This is Withered Bonnie. Withered Bonnie. These. That's the thing. This is so. This is an endo. Oh, okay, so we have it over here. Endo ones, endo twos. Endo twos have the wider jaw, the wider mouth with jaggeder teeth, whereas endo ones have the real thin jaw with like almost no teeth to it. If you look at FNAF 1 animatronics, they have, if you can see it better here, but they have the endo 1 inside of them, right? But then you go to FNAF 2 Withered, and it looks like he has the endo 2 skin, endo 2s inside. Got the wider teeth on the inside. He's got this jaw going on right here. Left around the time you realized Freddy wasn't old Freddy. What did I miss? Yes, those were budget cuts. What do you mean budget cuts? So I guess the real so here's the real argument, or the real question. Remember, Freddy was a failing establishment around 2. Yes. But here's the real question though, and I guess this is the semantics that I guess only Scott gets to truly answer. Well, that's what I mean though. So 2 is supposed to be the predecessor to 1. The cheaper material for larger teeth. I get that. These are the endoskeletons that are in the Withered animatronics. The Withered animatronics have the wider jaw, cheaper teeth, the endo 2 model. But then the animatronics in FNAF 1, they have the endo 1 model. So why would the cheaper model be in the animatronics before they got refurbished? Because FNAF 1 would be the refurbished ones that were refurbished to open up at a smaller location. Why would they have an endo 1 skeleton, but why would they have an endo 1 skeleton after the refurbish? Because endo 1, endo 2 suggests that it's an upgraded version. It's better. So why would the better versions be in the animatronics before the refurbish, not after? To fit Foxy Endo? I mean, that would be to fit Foxy Endo, but that's just Foxy. Why would you have it on all 4? Why would it be all 4? I could see a reason for having to use the older model on Foxy because Foxy is too small. FNAF 2 is oh yeah. So that's established. That is a true fact, is that FNAF 2 happens before FNAF 1. My current working theory is that it goes FNAF 4, FNAF 2, FNAF 1, FNAF 5, FNAF 3, FNAF 6, FNAF 7. Like, that's my working timeline of the first 7 games. Because then, obviously, Help Wanted and all that is supposed to happen onwards. Okay, so the reverse of my point. Okay, so the reverse of your point. No, that's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying is, why would they have an endo 1 skeleton? Why would they downgrade the entire machine for no reason? These endos are working, they're functional. It's the suits that are damaged. So why would they end up with a cheaper endoskeleton? Or why would they downgrade the endoskeleton too? If the endoskeleton, money to maintain, I doubt it. I don't think it's that much of a cost difference between endo 2s and endo 1s. Remove some design for the endos for them to work easier and be able to fit any suit. Maybe that's. Yeah. So anything could be the reason, but I also want to throw this theory out there. What if it isn't the Wizards? Aren't the same animatronics in FNAF 1? What if they're two different sets of the same 4 characters? What if it is 2 different groups of dead kids? Walking robots are kind of cutting edge. Well, that's one thing that that Matt Pat, John FNAF, ID fan, like everybody agrees with, like of the big guys. One thing they all agree with is this is a completely different universe from ours. So trying to lock in technological advances is limiting yourself without limiting Scott. You're limiting yourself to a logic that Scott may not even be considering. All right, this is an alternate universe for him. So in his mind, anything is possible when it comes to technology. All right, so you limit yourself in your theorizing without him being limited in his creation, like his ability to create. And that's a bad line to go down. So you need to just establish in your mind that this is a different universe and technology is whatever it is. Because like in the same universe, it's saying that, like, I mean, now the timeline is kind of suggesting that artificial intelligence, the Mimic, was around in the late 70s. Or in FNAF 2, FNAF 1 was the puppet reminiscence with his remaining 4 friends and the rest of the crew become ensnared. Maybe. So what if FNAF 6 does work, right? So what if FNAF 6 did work, but the problem is that was only one group of dead kids, and there was a whole nother group for FNAF 1. What if FNAF 2? Because so here's the thing. So here, watch this. Let me see. FNAF Spring Trap mini game. This one right here. The Spring Trap. Okay, well that's just the gift. Spring Trap mini game. Let me see if I can get the video. FNAF 3 Purple Guy's Death mini game. Here we go. I'm gonna watch this one. Real quick. So watch this. So the first part that people point out. Okay, you're crying child. This might. Oh wait, this might not be the right mini game. Actually, hold on. Okay, so is the security guard. Okay, yes, this is too late. Well, actually, no, it's not too late. This actually isn't too late. Hold on. Pause. Go back. So, okay, so this is a blue Bonnie, but we're gonna say it's purple Bonnie still because obviously purple on a black screen it would look bad. He'd look just like the blah 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 purple guy. But okay, so we got Bonnie here, we got Chica, we got Freddy, and we got Foxy. But notice the fact that this Freddy has buttons and this Bonnie has buttons. Notice that this Freddy and this Bonnie, no buttons. But, oh, I used the wrong one. Hold on, I can use this one. FNAF 2 Withered Electronics. The FNAF 2 Withered Animatronics buttons. So what if this is the? I think the map though makes this. Did the map make this FNAF 2? I think the map makes this FNAF 2 location anyways. And so this is Crying Child. I think this is Crying Child Ghost. This is, oh, that's my other theory. Crying Child is Cassidy. Cassidy is Crying Child. Crying Child is William Afton's son. I think the reason why this freaks him out so much, he's not worried about these 4 ghosts. Like, if you watch, like, when he comes, hold on, when he first gets in, he comes in, and it's like now he's freaking out. All of a sudden he's freaking out. We don't know what he was actually doing before crying child ghost gets in here, but it looks like he's standing in front of the other four. He might be yelling at the other four, like trying to scare them. But then all of a sudden, the ghost of his own son comes into the room and he starts freaking out because he didn't create that ghost. That ghost was created on its own by obviously his other son accidentally killing him, and like he starts freaking out. Maybe he starts screaming something like saying like, I didn't make you, or I didn't kill you, you died, blah blah blah, like leave me alone, you're not my invention, essentially. The FNAF status in AW. Wait. The original victims are in FNAF 2. FNAF 1 was the puppet reminiscing with remaining forefront. Maybe became entered because we only seen final status. Oh, entered. Could have been WIP. Don't know what WIP. Afton could have been a delivery guy for the place that was a security guard as a side gig. Maybe he could have just been the security guard. I'd say it's safe to say Afton added some agony in cards. This is how they transitioned. Perhaps he had more distractions to work with too, so he had time to render them to agony. Maybe. Oh, work in progress. Oh yeah, Ennard was definitely a work in progress. He was he was what gathered them all together essentially. Endos for them. That could be it too. With the endoskeleton. Yeah, so in this though, I think what this is I think he's like freaking out because he didn't make that ghost. He didn't kill his son. Why are you here? Why are you haunting me? I didn't make you. Leave me alone. Blah 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 blah. So now he's freaking out. He's scared. He's just terrified. And so he's like, I gotta, something's. I got an idea. I'll get in the Springlock suit, and here's the thing. Maybe he gets in the Springlock suit not because that's what he used to kill them or they're gonna trust him. He's freaking out. He's being haunted by the ghost of his son. But then he remembers his son is terrified of the animatronics. Because right now, his son's ghost is not in an animatronic, right? Ghost is a ghost. It's the ghost of his son. He's freaking out. And then he remembers, oh shit, my son was afraid of the animatronics. If I pop in the Golden Bonnie suit, he'll be scared of me, just like he was scared of the other animatronics, and he'll leave me alone. So he hops in, and his son stops chasing me. He's like, haha, I did it. I figured it out. And then the suit goes on. Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, so he sees his own son, who is a ghost, who's like come to seek revenge on him too. And he jumps in the suit because he remembers his son is terrified of animatronics. And he's like, this is how I'll save myself from these ghosts, from this haunting. And then it backfires, obviously, and he collapses. But yeah. Oh, it's the FNAF 3 minigame. That's right, FNAF 3 minigame. But hold on. I want to see that actually. FNAF 3 minigames map. Yeah. So okay, so that is FNAF 1 location. Okay. Yeah, that is FNAF 1 location, huh? That's right. That's weird though. So another thing that I've always theorized is now sister location indicates, and oh, that was the weird theory I wanted to throw out that I feel like doesn't make sense, but is a fun thing to just say. We also tie the strength of their paranormal interference to presence of electricity, with the exception of the last two games, because in the Pizzaplex, they have the most control by remaining in the suits. Well, in the Pizzaplex, so the Pizzaplex has no haunted animatronics, technically. Gav, what's up? There's nothing to suggest that like Monty Gator, Roxy, or Chica are haunted. There's nothing to suggest that they are being haunted or have the remnant kid souls inside of them. The only thing that the suggestion for those is that they are sophisticated AIs that have been trained to be the characters, and that's why they act the way they do, is because they're sophisticatedly trained artificial intelligence to have those personalities, and that they might be corrupted by glitch trap, but nothing in the story says that they are haunted by, like, by the time we get to Pizzaplex, there's very few haunted kid situations going on, which is kind of weird, right? It's weird that like we kind of after like 7, after Ultimate Custom Night, we kind of as a group have moved away from haunted kids and animatronics and kind of moved into this like new era of like murder for murder kind of situation of like sophisticated animatronics being the actual bad guys, and they're not being like a secondary reasoning behind them. Like it's kind of weird. Could that glitchy robot actually be made to keep the spirits out of the system and let Afton rest in peace, which is why the player is attacked, because he is either a spirit or possessed by one? Inside the FNAF lore, is Michael still considered Glamrock Freddy? So a lot of people do consider Glamrock Freddy to be Michael, which makes sense. There's some theories that have been thrown around that I like, that makes a lot of sense. So in the backstory of the Pizzaplex, Vanessa slash Vanny uses Glamrock Freddy to remove rubble, so that way she can tunnel her way into the old FNAF 6 pizzeria. And it's believed that when she does that, while Glamrock Freddy is down there, Michael's spirit is able to inhabit Glamrock Freddy. But I want to throw out this theory, right? That whenever a spirit moves from one animatronic to another one, I think it like resets their like their consciousness, or like their existence or whatnot, and they kind of like have to like come back into like their full mindset. Like they don't just immediately come into a new body and have like all of their memories and everything. I think they like slowly have to like consciously adjust to the new body that they're in or whatnot. And the more sophisticated the computer is that's already controlling the animatronic, the longer the process takes for them to become like a fully functioning consciousness again. That how the wizards are destroyed fully before FNAF 2. I don't think. What do you mean, Burn? What do you mean, Beanie Freddy? Nothing in the storyline suggests that they're fully destroyed before FNAF 2. It says that they're withered, as in they've been like kind of left to rot once the toy ones came into effect. The spirits themselves as an EMP, given the electricity that makes us human and the complexity of it, possibly. William Death Springlock. So that's the thing is, what this game could be suggesting is that they this mini game does kind of mess a lot of things up, really, if you really think about it. Get off of that. I want to see this in like full size. Like give me the whole thing. Get off of here. I don't. Okay, maybe not you. Maybe I'll find it somewhere else. Go back. You screw you. Anyways, I'm gonna do other. There we go. can I see this in a bigger image? Yes, I can. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah. FNAF ended at FNAF 6. I liked, well, so the funny thing is if you really look at it, what up, EA guy? There's a yay and yay, also yay Leo. What up, man? How we doing over on the Twitch side of things? Anyways, so FNAF, the first half of FNAF 1 through 7, he used the same recipe that he used for the individual games. So you have the 5 main games, FNAF 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you have your bonus game that you didn't think we were actually going to get. I just woke up and felt like watching FNAF. Awesome, dude. Cool. I want to see an actual Outlast style FNAF game, full out gore, fear, movement, and realism. Oh, there is a, I don't know if it has the realism that you're looking for, but there has recently been a game that released called Five Nights at Freddy's in real time. And it's literally every single night lasts the full 6 hours. Like, you have to play the night for 6 hours straight. Yeah. FNAF, but yeah, so FNAF 1 through 5 regular games. FNAF 6 is like a bonus game because he said he wasn't making a FNAF 6, and then he was like, here's like this little fake game that I made, and then it turns out to be an entire FNAF 6 game. And then FNAF 7 is a custom night. Dies at 5:59. God damn it. Now I gotta restart. But yeah, so the first 7 games actually play out like the recipe of an actual FNAF game. Plenty play FNAF in real time, but 6 IRL hours is only a mode. Is only a mode, so there's other modes that aren't 6 hours long. Still, I mean, I can't play normal FNAF, let alone FNAF for 6 hours straight, one night. Screw that. That's just ridiculous. Was there like a single hour mode where each hour lasts for 10 minutes instead? Oops, I forgot to finish this water before I started the other one. That makes sense. That's a good streaming game then. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh, so how does this work into the timeline? Because it doesn't make sense. Yeah, these guys, I mean, this is exactly what you're expecting. I mean, this is the FNAF 1 location. There's that. Here's there's party there's Pirates Cove. There's your main stage. There's like the other tables and stuff. Yeah, your tables. There's your kitchen. You can't see into here, I guess. Winning the game would take 42 hours. Yeah, right. Exactly. That's crazy. How the game's jump scare evolved, then 4 takes it up to 10, and then goes back to devolving. I mean, I think because he realized, wait, what if the entire game is the dying memories of Afton as he's descending into his personal hell? Memories of Afton as he is descending into his personal hell. So Scott, as the theory community, there's a good portion of theory community that believes that it was true that FNAF 4 was supposed to imply dream theory. But so many people said, fuck no, that shit's a terrible idea, that Scott decided to back off of that and then did one retcon to fix it and then moved on into a different direction that would be more satisfying for people. Who wants to make a Fredbear game, but I don't know how if there was no dead kids. No, so they want to make another another pizzeria-esque game where another game where you're like just sitting and kind of doing that. And I think technically they've scratched that itch with Help Wanted and Help Wanted 2. They've done several mini games about you basically replaying them. What about a game where you play as William Afton in the spring Bonnie suit, killing the children without getting caught? That would be interesting, and I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't a fan game already about that. But I think the purpose of this game is to always play as someone who is outside of the actual context of the game. Like, the closest we get to being part of the actual events is playing as Gregory in Security Breach, which it does seem like we're getting closer. We're getting pushed closer and closer to the actual action. Also trying to not activate spring locks. That would be a shitty game mechanic, I think, if you're moving around and stuff. And in the books, it implies that William Afton is like physically built in a way that he won't spring lock the suit as easily as a normally built person would. That he's like gaunt, thin, and like it fits the suit in such a way that he's less likely than most people to cause an accidental spring lock situation to occur. It's just the implication in the books. Speaking of which, implication in the books. Hold on, I need to do something else real quick. FNAF minigame. FNAF minigame. I want to see which one is. We'll see all the FNAF mini maps because there's a specific one. Is it Happiest? I think it's Happiest Day. I think it might be Happiest Day. Happiest Day minigame. Yes. So here, right here. This animatronic, I mean this mask right here, this animatronic that matches this mask is described in the books. Called Killer and Purple. Oh, okay. So yeah, so there is a fan game called Killer and Perfect. A sweating mechanic. Oh god. Ew. Candy. What candy? No. This is just it's actually described in the books. There is a blue, like, nondescript animatronic spring lock suit that Carlton is shoved into by William Afton, and he's in it, and it's a blue one. And then also, while he's talking to Carlton, he picks up a green spring lock suit and shows it to Carlton and shows how it like works on the inside, trying to emphasize to Carlton, do not move unnecessarily if you don't want the spring lock suit to go off and potentially kill you. So in the books, there is at least 4 spring lock suits, and it seems like there's even more than that. With FNAF is playing Pizzeria Simulator and trying to learn the lore from MatPat. I do. So MatPat is like one of my main lore sources. Also, yay guy, if you are trying to figure out who else I'm talking to, I'm also on YouTube at the same time. So if you're interested in jumping over to YouTube and subscribing over there and watching the live stream from there, you can, so that way you can see the other people talking. If not, you can stay over on Twitch side. It's fine. I talk to everybody, no matter what. FNAF 1... What up, Joe White? Joe White Jr.? How we doing? So, yeah. So, anyways, back into Theorize. I'm just answering stuff or talking about everything with everybody. But yeah, so in the book, this character is actually described as a spring lock suit, along with a green suit, which I'm assuming is Sweet Frog. Because I have this theory, and this is my theory, and no, Five Nights at Freddy's kill people. Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's always, yeah, that's the main thing of Five Nights at Freddy's is people die. Anyways, I have this, one of my theories is that, oh, look, there they are. Sweet Frog, the pig, Hippo? I think that's Hippo. Whoever this is. And then whoever this is, honestly, too. Mediocre ending in Pizzeria Simulator. I'm guessing you never decide to salvage the animatronics I'm assuming you always scrap them or leave them outside or whatnot. Because that would be why you're getting the mediocre ending. Because you're agreeing not to salvage any of the animatronics, and you don't let them get loose in your pizzeria and potentially try and kill you every night. The yellow mask could have been. Oh yeah, Orville the elephant. That's it. That makes sense. Yes. Yeah. So, and then there's the blue nondescript one. But anyways, so my theory that I like to play around with, that I like to believe it too. There's two theories of mine that I go with that some people may or may not like, and that's okay. Yeah, that is this right here, this scene right here, and actually get it back up on an actual thing. Oh yeah, all mini games done with that. Hold on. FNAF 4 mini games. Where's that? Aha, this one right here. This, I think that's Sammy. I think that right there is Charlie's twin brother Sammy, Henry's son. I think that William Afton, in like a fit of jealousy, rage, whatever, blah blah blah, killed Sammy, shoved him in that suit, right? And to hide it from Henry, obviously, killed him, hid him in the suit for a bit. Then what happened was, on the same day that he killed him, Michael locked Cassidy into the same closet on accident. So I want to find out why Orville is worth more than the other animatronics. Or maybe it's the trunk, the extra machinery required to move the trunk. So I did say that earlier, Gav. I actually did say that earlier. I was like, another theory could be, what if the crying child is Sammy, and Sammy and Charlie live in this house, right? Because here's Charlie's room, here's Sammy's room. Over here would be Henry's room, because this room right here, where's it at? Hold on, I had the map up. Oh wait, there it is. Yeah, because in this map right here, the FNAF 4 house is the house that is directly above sister location, and in the books, sister location is located underneath Henry's house. So what if this is Henry's house, and we play as Sammy, and then there's Charlie, and the reason that Michael Afton is involved is because he is actually babysitting us. What if Michael is our babysitter, but he's forced to be our babysitter, so that's why he hates us, that's why he picks on us, that's why he's jump scaring us and being just a little fucking dickhead all the time, right? Also, I want to find, oh yeah. Like, what if that's the case? What if that's the case? What if this is Cassidy? What if that's Cassidy Afton? What if Afton accidentally killed his own son? In like on accident, bit of rage or something like that. Killed his own son, didn't want to get in trouble for it or something, panicked, shoved him in the suit and hit him, right? Okay. But then Cassidy gets locked in the closet, and Sammy gets locked in the closet. Afton's the one that lets him out and is like panicking because he's like, what if he saw? But Sammy never confesses that he saw, right? Maybe he never confesses. Now I found my son. Who is Sammy? Sammy is Charlie's twin brother in the books. In the books, Charlie has a twin brother named Sammy. Charlie is the puppet. What if Sammy is the vengeful spirit? Or what if Cassidy is the vengeful spirit, but Cassidy is also Cassidy Afton, the youngest son of William Afton and Michael's younger brother, but Cassidy is the one that William kills first. He's the one that he should not have killed because it was his own son. It was a way worse murder because he accidentally or purposefully killed his own son. hit him in the body. You sound like the new game theory video. So I suggested some of this before that video, okay? Before the video, I suggested it like 3 or 4 days ago. You can go back in my live streams and see that I talked about it before they did. When I said like 4 days ago, I was like, what if William just likes killing kids? I believe the direct quote is, what if William just likes murking some kids, yo? I said it, and then they said it in the video, and I was like, Pat finally said it, because I've been saying that for months. I was like, why is everyone always just insisting that William Afton has to be killing kids because of a specific event? Something led him to have to kill kids or want to kill kids. What if he just wanted to kill kids? What if that's just a thing? Right? Another fun theory I play with that other people play with too, Jesse Pinkman, voice. Yeah. But another fun theory that I play with, that I'm working through also, that I'm trying to play with, is what if Michael Afton, hear me out, what if Michael Afton is a robot? Yo, Finn, thank you for the sub, dude. Appreciate it. I think that puts us at like 390, trying to get to that sweet 500 spot. This is a joke, but what if Afton killed kids while sleepwalking? Maybe. Then dying, he killed Elizabeth and started liking it. So that's, well, one, why would he kill his daughter too? Why would he kill his Elizabeth is Afton's daughter. There is a theory running around that William Afton and Henry are actually the same person. Just saying. What if Henry is Gregory's grandpa? What if Gregory is Crying Child? So here's another. So okay. So hold on. I don't want to jump around on theories, my dudes. All right. So let's wait. No, I'm just bad with names. I meant Henry. Sorry, Charlie. Yes, Charlie. Yo, there's Finn's finally popping in there on the thing. Thank you for that sub again, dude. I really do appreciate it. You really sound like $5 Matt Pat. Thank you. I appreciate that. With Toy Chica is William Afton. Yeah, right. Now we're getting good. Now we're getting into the lore, guys. What if Chica is William Afton? No. Okay. So check this out. Throw this into the little theory blender. Let it spin around a bit and see if it comes out buttery smooth, right? The Yay Guy, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. I do appreciate it, man. What if, here's the theory. What if William Afton, all right, hold on. So the Gregory one. So this is the theory. This is my working theory on Gregory being Crying Child, right? And Glamrock Freddy being Michael, and Vanessa / Vanny being Elizabeth. What if Vanessa's a robot? Right? Or Vanessa's a robot. What if Gregory's a robot? What if there are a lot of robots involved here? But no. For real though, what if Vanessa gets taken over by Glitch Trap, as happens in Help Wanted? What if Vanessa has Glitch Trap in the brain, right? And she's fighting him. He's not fully able to constantly FNAF timelines, right? Undeniably canon FNAF timelines, right? These aren't undeniable. Like I say, what I do is I like to throw out sometimes crazy theories that sound like they might work in a certain way, and then you guys can either help or hinder my progress on making it sound right. And we will throw out facts about the game that either helps or hinders it, because in the act of debating about these theories, we may find ourselves one step closer to the truth, right? But anyways, so what if this? So this is what I'm thinking on this. So Help Wanted happens, right? Vanessa gets like mind controlled by Glitch Trap, but he's not fully able to control her, as we see in the emails. Sometimes my fucking nostril itches. Well, sometimes he has control, sometimes he has less control. That's why she's like occasionally being like help or help, like all these other things. So, what if while he's controlling her, has stronger control over her, he has her construct a robot version of her. All right? And that's where we get Vanny, and that's why at the one ending you can have two Vanessas at the same time. You have a Vanny and a Vanessa, right? And that's why you can have the princess. You can do the princess missions and still save Vanessa because you get rid of Glitch Trap out of her head, but Vanny still exists. So what if they create he uses her to build a Vanny robot that's just like Vanessa but full robot, and then Vanny robot being controlled by Glitch Trap uses Glamrock Freddy to go down into the FNAF 6 location to try and dig up his like real body version of himself, Burn Trap. While they're down there though, Michael actually did fully like essentially die in the fire because he was just actual body. He wasn't metal. He could burn all the way up in a fire. So his spirit is just stuck down there until a new animatronic shows up that he can possess. Right? And Elizabeth was scrap baby at the time, so she was full of junk. She wasn't full of like the actual heat resistant metal that the endos are made of. So most of her body withered too in the fire. So she was just a spirit floating around, and she grabbed up Vanny while she was down there, and they both started possessing these two robots that came down there, right? What if the Mimic is the finished version of Glitch Trap and not Burn Trap, and when Burn Trap is body of failsafe? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Oh, what if the Mimic is the finished version of Glitch Trap and not Burn Trap? What if the Mimic is neither? What if the Mimic and Glitch Trap are completely different entities? Always thinking one thing. Why are the Phantom animatronics from FNAF 3 burned? That is a good question. Fuck if I know. Well, what if they're not burned? What if they're that's just decayed? What if they're just decayed? And that's just what phantom decay looks like. You never know. It could just be big, like, yeah, they look burned. I know the actual like character encyclopedia describes them all as being looking like they're burned. I know. I'm just being a dick and being like, what if they're not actually burned? Yeah, they probably are burned. Don't know why. The question is why do they look burned? I have no idea. It just happens. Makes sense. They're green. Bodies rot green, and Springtrap suit rotted from yellow. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's definitely green. What if Mimic? That's the thing. I think the working theory right now is that the Mimic and Glitch Trap are two separate entities. That the Mimic has actually been existed for a very long time. And actually, one of my running theories is that the Mimic is actually more than what you think he is. He's actually the Mimic that there's actually more than one Mimic. There's at least two Mimics, right? Two Mimics. And I think Mimic number 2, the more complete Mimic, is Sun and Moon. Daycare attendant, whatever you want to call him. Mines to mine some charcoal and it colored the fan. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened, yeah, guy. The Mimic 1 is the Mimic that chases you down in the basement, but Mimic 2, the more advanced Mimic, is Sun and Moon. Right? But no, Gregory is a robot. And Gregory is also Patient 46. Is my working theories on that one. When it comes to the newer games, I have my theories are a little bit more weird, I guess. No, Beanie, why do you keep getting message retracted? Are you guys deleting your own messages? What's going on here? Are you guys doing that, or is something else doing that? I keep seeing messages retracted. I can't tell if you guys are doing it or if someone else is doing it. They are separate characters, and if Stitch Wraith is canon, what if the basement mimic was mimicking Stitch Wraith? So Stitch Wraith actually, so the belief is that Stitch Wraith isn't actually, it is canon, but not continuity. That actually is a good question, yeah, guy. That was a question we were asking earlier. Burn down the pizzeria after working at them, and then the souls go to Fazbear Frights and take the form of products. Possibly. That is actually something that people have considered too, is that he's actually burning down every location that he goes to. It doesn't make sense though. The news articles that come out post his firings don't suggest that fires occurred at these places. But we don't know. He could be just a pyro going on. I wanna pitch a fun theory though. This is actually a fun theory. I don't think it's right, but it is a theory that crossed my mind. Okay, because it's just fun to think about, right? What if FNAF 1 you play as post-scooped Michael? Yeah, I'm just saying. What if you play as post-scooped Michael? Actual idea either why Afton is using Psychic Friend Fredbear or why Psychic Friend Fredbear even is there. So this is actually Finn. Yes, I do have a big theory on that one, on the Psychic Friend Fredbear thing. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, I have it here, right here. So right here. So okay, so I want to point this out, and I had this up earlier, and I'll come back and we're grab it again. Grab this video again. History. Oh wait, I already have it right here. Actually, pull it up. So if you watch these, all right, hold on. We're gonna go back to this one. I wanna. Okay, it only takes a few minutes, but watch these. So if you go into the, okay, what did he do this time? Blah blah blah. You are in the first room. Pop. The first one starts with Psychic Friend Fredbear talking to you, right? Play, right? Ends with Psychic Friend Fredbear saying this: tomorrow is another day. Boom. We go to the next day. Starts the day with good old Psychic Friend Fredbear telling you something. Boom, boom, boom. Ends with Psychic Friend Fredbear. Tomorrow is another day. Go to the next day. Psychic Friend Fredbear is talking to you. Boom, 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 boom. We do this, we do that. Tomorrow is another day. Ends with tomorrow is another day. Next one. Psychic Friend Fredbear says something to you. Boom, 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 boom. We talk to everybody. We go home. Ba 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 ba. Go in our room. Boom. We get scared. Ends with tomorrow is another day. Because because I'm jumping on purpose. This one, on the other hand, that's Utah. That's crying child talking. Okay. Still crying child talking. Still crying child talking. Fades to black. What's different about that day? What is different about that minigame versus all the other ones? What is it lacking? No Psychic Friend Fredbear at all. No Psychic Friend Fredbear at all. I believe, this is my theory, I believe that this is a flashback memory. I don't believe that this one is actually chronologically at this point. I don't believe that this event happens the day before his party. I think this event happened back farther. I think right here, that is Sammy. That is Henry's son, Sammy. Charlie's twin brother. Okay? Right? Sammy, killed by Afton, shoved in the gold Freddy suit. All right? Gold Freddy suit. Shoved in there. He's only in the suit. Notice that the head is over here by itself. He gets put in the suit, shoved in there, hidden away. Yeah, so he kills Sammy, right? Kills Sammy. Puts him in the gold Freddy suit, but only in the suit. Head never gets attached. That is important for my theory. Remember that. It's put in the suit. There are a hand and 3 different kinds of endoskeletons, because that's just it's just the parts room. It's just supposed to represent that general extra parts are being stored in here for all the endos and stuff. But anyways, so this is Sammy in the suit. Cassidy gets locked in here. It's a big suit. They all look that way. Look, hold on. Yeah, see how big that suit looks? See how big it looks? Yeah, you see how big the suit looks? It's just a big suit because it's a big fat bear. But anyways, go back. I think this is a flashback. I think Sammy is murdered by William. Maybe he's mad or jealous or whatever, which I have a theory on why William would be super jealous of Henry, right? Anyways, so he kills Sammy, shoves him in the suit. Is Evan Afton theory? Is Evan Afton theory? So Evan is not a name. I do not subscribe to the Evan theory. Evan, the way to get the name Evan is this convoluted, half-ass backwards, have to jump over and like reverse engineer a bunch of bullshit in order to get the name Afton. To get the name Evan. Hell, you don't even get an N. The N is just theorized up into, they're like, we got the E, the V, and the A, and then we just assume that N exists too to make Evan. No, I think this kid's name is Cassidy, which makes a lot of sense, and I'll explain the Cassidy thing in a minute, in case you don't know it. I've gone over it a couple times in previous. Yeah, no, you're fine, Gav. I'm just saying, like, other people try and push it real hard, and it's like, it doesn't clear with me. It doesn't clear. Cassidy clears, and I'll explain why in a second. But anyways, so Sammy is killed and shoved into the suit to hide the body until William can dispose of it later because he didn't actually plan on killing Sammy. Unfortunately, Cassidy gets locked into this closet with Sammy's body by his older brother, Michael. Cassidy sees the body inside of Golden Freddy's stomach, inside the suit body, but not in the head. The head's separate. The head's not there. Just the body gets left in the suit long enough. Oh, long enough, right? Cassidy sees the body in the suit, and that's why, can I find, oh, I don't have it up anymore. But that's why FNAF for Nightmare animatronics. That is why the only animatronic of the 5 Nightmare animatronic. Oh, HW remodel adaptation. I mean, it's still what that's still what they are. That's why the only Nightmare animatronic that has a mouth for a stomach is Golden Freddy. McFarlane crying child toy reveal the name? I don't think so. I don't think anyone's ever revealed that crying child's name is Cassidy, and I don't think it ever will, but I think it is Cassidy. I 100% agree that it is definitely probably Cassidy. That is definitely probably kind of maybe could be Cassidy. But anyways, that's why he sees the Golden Freddy, and only Golden Freddy Nightmare, as the one with the mouth for a stomach, because it's the one that he saw have a body in the stomach, but not through the head. Right? But anyways, this also explains how the Golden Freddy dual spirit situation happens. The body The body gets possessed by Sammy, this dead kid right here, gets possessed by the body. The head's not attached. Head has nothing to do with it, just the body. But what happens later? Is another kid dies, but only in the head. Cassidy dies to the head. But Cassidy doesn't die right away either, right? Cassidy doesn't die right away. Cassidy dies. They are different Golden Freddy. No, they're the same Golden Freddy. They're the same Golden Freddy. Actually, hold on. FNAF 1 animatronics. Golden Freddy, no buttons. No buttons, no buttons, no buttons. I know it's purple hat and purple tie, which I don't know. That's the only thing with that kind of throws things off, is that this is a black hat and a black tie, but this is a purple tie and a purple hat, and we don't know why. We know that there is another Fredbear that has the purple tie and the purple top hat. It could be something to do with maybe they just, when they rebuilt these guys, as they say that they did, they turned it black. They swapped them out for the black ones because they look better against the suit or something. I don't know. Maybe they're not Lakers fans, so they didn't want the purple hat and tie on the yellow bear. Failed purple, or is just recolored, right? But anyways, so Crying Child gets bit in the head. Gets in the head only. Only the head damages Purple Child, right? So agony seeps in from the damage. He's already crying and he's suffering and all that. His agony seeps in. But just as agony, he's not dead yet. Crying Child ends up in a coma. And I know in the game you do 5 nights, 6 nights, 7 nights, and then you hear his flatline. But that doesn't actually mean that he definitely only lived 7 more days and then flatlined. He could have been in a coma for 3 months, right? And then eventually they pulled the plug on him. That's also the thing. It doesn't say that he necessarily actually died to his injuries. That he ended up in a coma. Everything suggests he ends up in a coma. So what if eventually the plug just had to be pulled on him? And when it pulled on him, his agony was already seeped into this bare head. So his spirit tried to find it. His spirit went off to find it. Maybe his spirit hasn't fully made it there, or because he didn't actually die in it, he couldn't possess it the way other kids possess their suits. So that's why he can't see, because he can't fully control the suit. Or maybe it's because the suit doesn't have eyes. Because that's the thing. In the logbook or whatnot, the vengeful spirit, that spirit never says anything about being able to see either. Actually, if anything, it kind of almost implies that he can't see either. Let me see. Security logbook. Logbook. Spirits. Conversation. Talking to Michael Afton in the logbook. Hold on. Do we get a list? The logbook asks Mike to reflect. Yeah, was your favorite childhood toy a plastic purple phone? Do you remember your name? Do you have dreams? Do any of these toys look familiar to you, or one of these belong to you? Was your favorite ride the carousel? What do you see? Do you miss them? Does he still talk to you? Is the song familiar? The party was for you. So a lot of none of it indicates that he can see either. So what if neither of them can see? Yeah, he has white glowing eyes. He has spirit eyes. Yeah, yeah. One says, "What can you see?" and then the other one says back, "I can't see." What if neither of them can see because neither of them are fully possessing the suit enough to be able to see? Because the Golden Freddy suit, unlike the other suits, FNAF 1 animatronics, doesn't have an endoskeleton in it. Why did I just click on that? But yeah. He has no endos. Well, that's actually, well, this is him standing up, and this is obviously a render from someone else. So let me get the actual just Golden Freddy. Hold on. FNAF 1. Yeah, Golden Freddy. Yeah, so, well, I guess he has to have part of an endoskeleton in there. Because all of his limbs are connected to each other. He has white beady eyes. He doesn't have the full eye set. But does he have the full armor? Can we see into his mouth to see if we have a full endo in there? He's also a spring lock suit. Well, no, because you can't. Yeah. He doesn't have eyes. He doesn't have a full endo in there. The head of the endo, if nothing else, is missing. We know that. We know that the head of the endo is missing. Yeah, actually, that's a good question. There is two. Yeah, there is two versions of Golden Freddy. So this is the Golden Freddy from FNAF 1. Or is this the one from FNAF 2? Which one's which? There's two versions. Anyways, that he has no endo, head, or legs. John Wick is never dead. Golden Freddy with white glowing eyes. He does have beady little ghost eyes. Is 1993? 1883. The yellower is FNAF 1. This one right here is FNAF 1. This is FNAF 2. Yeah, you're right. This is FNAF 1 right here. So, and I think it's 1992. I like to think that FNAF 1 happens in 1992 because it just lines up with the paydays. 1987, you're paid on a Thursday. 1992, you would also be paid on a. Sorry, I mean, yeah, you're fine. 1992, you would be paid on a Thursday again. 93, you would have gotten paid on a Friday or something like that. The movie kind of throws it out the window with the whole he gets paid. He starts on like Tuesday, and his 5-day week would be like Saturday or something like that. But it is what it is. So yeah. Anyways, where were we at? Yeah. So my theory is that So both kids possess part of the suit, but neither of them possess the whole suit, and neither of their spirits, or well, Sammy only possesses the body of the suit, but because he can't see, they like teleport around instead of walking around because he can't see to walk, and Crying Child doesn't have the ability to use the full suit. He doesn't have the ability to function because there's no head endo in there, so there's no eyes for him to possess. There's no eyes for them to possess because the Golden Freddy suit doesn't have eyes. What is this? I'm like, where am I at with everything? There it is. Yeah, he doesn't have an endo. He doesn't have the head of his endoskeleton doesn't exist, so they have no eyes. Yeah, they have no eyes to see. So there you go. There is two spirits in Golden Freddy, Sammy and Crying Child, aka Cassidy. Now, to explain Cassidy and why Cassidy's name is Cassidy. Welcome back, Finn. So to explain why Cassidy's name is Cassidy. So in the logbook, and this is the thing with the logbook. Let's go back to the log. All the security logbook. Logbook. Word find. Or word search, whatever you call it. I love that. I've solved the name. Yeah, everybody's solved the freaking name at this point. Oh, Freddy backwards. I like that. That is funny that's actually Freddy backwards. Fun. Who are you? What is your name? So, but all the all the clues that we get for Cassidy, which I guess they didn't actually highlight the Cassidy part, is did they? Yeah, they did right here. Okay. Who are you? What is your name? It's me, Cassidy. Cassidy. All the clues that you get on how to get the name Cassidy is from the altered text, who is we assume is Crying Child, because they also allude to the birthday party was for them, all this other stuff. So this, I think the logbook is one of the few ways where the two spirits inside Golden Freddy were actually able to communicate with each other. They might not be able to actually like just communicate. Maybe they need a medium to communicate between each other some way, like the logbook or whatever. But anyways, so all the clues come from Cassidy, or from altered text saying, giving out all the clues besides the two that Michael puts into the book. So that also, the two clues coming from Michael too to help also implies that it's Michael's younger sibling would be the one, because why would Michael know how to give the name of a random kid that either he never met or was the kid, how would they write? So Faded left like super light writing in the book, which would be like almost like a spirit just barely able to leave a mark on the world kind of situation. Whereas Cassidy is straight up just altering text. What are your thoughts on the Gregory as a robot theory? I believe it 100%. I am down for Gregory as a robot. It makes a lot of sense, and I like it. But anyways, on the Cassidy side of things, which technically Cassidy would be Gregory. Gregory is a robot that is possessed by the spirit of Cassidy, which is the youngest child of William Afton. Boom. Write it down. I'm throwing it down. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. And I have a reason for why I think that. But first, to the Cassidy. Cassidy, altered text, is the one who gives you all the clues in order to find the name. I don't believe that one. Burn Trap and Mimic, two different entities. Anyways. But this they go with like, oh, but altered text also is like, who are you? What is your name? And then there's more altered text of it's me, Cassidy. I think they're reading this backwards. I think it's a conversation. I think in altered text is asking questions. You know, was this, you know, this thing and this thing and this thing? Was it your, the party was for you, blah, 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 all that stuff. And then he asks, what is your name? What do you see when you look in the mirror? And they go, it's me, Cassidy. Who are you? What is your name? Like, that would be a correct response. Someone's like, hey, what's your name? You go, this is my name. What's your name? You know, especially with the GGY book and Tales of the Pizzaplex, which has been proven to have similarities to the games with a few minor details changed. Yes. So we'll get to the Gregory thing in just a second. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch. I appreciate that. Just so you guys know, over on Twitch, there is also a group of people over on YouTube too, that I'm also talking to, because I'm streaming on both. So if you're ever interested in subscribing or following on YouTube, also you can. If you want to jump over there and talk, you can. Anyone over on the YouTube side, if you like Twitch better, twitch.tv/Striderman. I think, yeah. Boom. That's the link for that one. So you guys can hop between the two if you guys want to. Whichever streaming service you guys like better. Wish I can see that Twitch chat. I know. I need to figure out a way to do it. I don't want to put it up on the screen though, is the problem. So it is what it is. Never mind. Yeah, it is what it is. You can go to Twitch. You can pull up both at the same time on your computer if you're really that interested. It works. It's fine. It works really well. If you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel or to the Twitch channel, well, follow the Twitch channel or subscribe. Hell, you guys do you, okay? I'm just here to build a theory base to figure and solve things and all that good stuff. But anyways, so Cassidy name. So this was the other part of the whole Cassidy thing. So here's the thing. A lot of people said that there's no way that Crying Child could be named Cassidy, because they want to believe that Cassidy is a girl's name. Here's the problem with that. Cassidy name origin. Boop. Here we go. The name Cassidy is a gender-neutral name that comes from an Irish surname, and the Gaelic name Caeside or Caeside is derived from the Irish word blah 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 blah. So the reason that people think that Cassidy is a girl's name is because in America, Cassidy is a predominantly female name, but in Europe, especially in Ireland, Scotland, and the UK, Cassidy is a gender-neutral name that can predominantly be a male name a lot of the times. Yeah. So Cassidy being William Afton's youngest child, what is William Afton, Michael Afton, and Elizabeth? What are they? What do they have in common? Besides the fact that they're all obviously family. What are they? What is William Afton, Cassidy? Was William Afton, Elizabeth, and Michael all have in common with each other that no one else in the franchise? Yes, exactly, Beanie Freddy. They are British. In Britain, Cassidy is a male name. Cassidy is a male name, and it's a very British name. Fair image looked like a guy, but what do you think? So that's the thing. I believe the vengeful spirit we've seen already is right here. I believe the vengeful spirit is Sammy. Sammy is the identical twin brother to Charlie. Okay? Stay with me. Identical twins of opposite genders, not all the time, but they commonly, especially as younger kids, they predominantly look to be kind of gender neutral or have like that younger kid look to them. So a young 6, 7, 8-year-old twin boy to a girl would look a little bit more like a little girl and vice versa than normal. They would look a little bit more gender neutral. Like that could be a little boy or a little girl. Like, hold on. Vengeful spirit. Hold on. FNAF. Vengeful spirit. Boom. Images. There you go. That's a very gender neutral looking face. The haircut and everything. Could that be a girl? Yes. Could it be a boy? Absolutely. And it's actually said and that's the funny thing too, is like right here in the movie, the vengeful spirit character is a boy. Everything goes like it goes normally until FNAF Pizzeria Simulator and the Egg Baby ending is the real ending and Michael is making everything up in the room. Maybe. That could be it. Could be that. I have seen him. Yeah, exactly. So what if vengeful spirit? What if vengeful spirit is Sammy, the twin brother to Charlie the puppet? All right. What about that narrative duality awesomeness? So a lot of the current story of like the Pizzaplex, Help Wanted and all that, a lot of this is starting to turn into like the duality of man kind of situation, like the good and the bad of man. What if the whole story has been like that the whole time? What if the duality of man is derived in the twins of Henry? And also, if this is Sammy, but the other deaths in order are still true, where Charlie's the last of the 6 or 7 that we know of, then if Charlie is the last of the 6 that we know of, which is implied in the Help Wanted games, I'm going to bed. See ya. All right, Gav, I'll see you later. If you want to know what I said in the rest of the stream, man, pop back onto the YouTube channel. And I'm 2 hours and 3 minutes in right now. So anything after the 2-hour mark will be new stuff for you tomorrow. So if you want to check out the rest of the stream tomorrow during the daytime or whatnot, do it, my friend. That way you know what I was talking about when I talk to you guys tomorrow. I see the vengeful face is male. It could be, and it probably is. And bye. Oh yeah, and bye, Gav. Have a good night. Appreciate you hanging out. Okay, bye. Peace. Awesome. Anyways, guys, so what if Sammy... So it's awesome because you think about that with the twins. Then that means you have both the vengeful spirit that takes revenge on William Afton when he gets the chance, and then you have Charlie, who is more focused on saving the other victims of William. Okay? And in FNAF 6, Henry talks about what do you call it? An act that was enacted on him first. You know, a wound that was enacted on him first. If Charlie is the last death, then how could it have been a wound that was inflicted on him first? It wouldn't have been. It would have been enacted on him last. But if Sammy is the first, what if they, and that's the thing too. So if Charlie is the last, Sammy is the first, they bookend the murders, which I guess is not like cool, because obviously kid murder still happens, but it's kind of cool because a lot of people, that's one of the references that they make to identical twins. They're bookends. They are identicals that you put on on the both sides of, an event or something. You bookend them, whatever. Like that's a common cliche trope to call twins bookends. And that's literally what they do. They bookend the murder victims. What if Sammy was the first murder, but he wasn't the first of the serial murders? So William kills Sammy, shoves him in the thing. Crying child sees Sammy in the suit. William, the vengeful spirit, is so mean that she made every other animatronic be in the house. No. Yeah, you got that. You got that implication incorrect. So the voice lines. of the that happens in Ultimate Custom Night lets you know that none of the other spirits are there. I can't remember what line exactly it is. But there is a line that says the others are fake, but I assure you I am very much real. So it is said in the voice lines that the other spirits have been freed as much as you want it. They are freed. What is up, Flamesim? I'm gonna call you Flame. What up, Flame? They are all free. The vengeful spirit, thank you for the follow, man, I appreciate it. The vengeful spirit has decided to keep William Afton there. And there actually is an implication on why he's capable of doing that also. And that is, after FNAF 3, when Burntrap gets out of that fire and his body is like falling apart, his animatronic suit's falling apart, he goes back to sister location, finds the Golden Freddy suit that he is not aware possesses any spirits because he didn't know that Sammy had taken over the suit, and he sure as hell doesn't know that his own son took over part of the suit. He thinks the Golden Freddy suit is one of the animatronics untouched. Nightmare Freddy is also there. He says the line. Yeah, because he is being haunted by everything that he did to everybody else. And I'll explain the nightmare animatronics in a second on what the reigning theory for that is right now. But anyways, so after FNAF 3, when he gets burnt up real damn good, Fredbear said, I assure you I am very real. Yes. He's very real this time versus the last time when he was not real, because Nightmare Fredbear and all the other Fredbears were not real. They were due to nightmare gas on Michael. Anyways, besides the point on that one. After he gets burnt in FNAF 3, he goes back to sister location, which has obviously been cleared out for a long time, like at least a decade. Like 30 years, actually. He goes back there, finds the Golden Freddy suit, which is still sitting there. And he gets parts from it. He takes parts from it to rebuild whatever parts of himself that he can, to make Scrap Trap or whatever it's called, Burn Trap or Burn Trap, FNAF. Yeah, so in Burn Trap, he's got this muzzle thing going on, right? He doesn't just have a muzzle though; he also has a big foot. If I could get this to go, I can't get it to go away. Open image and new tab. There we go. If you look down here, he also has this big foot right here, right? And then he's got all this stuff going on too. He's rebuilt most of his head and stuff. That is way more. That is just atrocious. Even the actual burn. I think this might be another like rendering from someone. Yeah, that's definitely someone's fan art. Hold on, let's go back. Go back. Let's find one that's not like fan arty. Images. It. No, that's definitely not it. Where is he at? Where's a good one? Is this a good? This is Steel Wool Studio. No, that's actually just Afton's jaw at that point. So it's not Burn Trap. It's the other, not Burn Trap. What's the other one? Is it Scrap Trap? Scrap Trap. That's it. Scrap Trap. Yo, what up, Zeus? There he goes. Scrap Trap. So the reason Scrap Trap's body looks like this is because he's stolen parts from Golden Freddy, mainly this part here. He's stolen Golden Freddy's muzzle, right, to slap on his face because he's lost so much. Because the Golden Freddy suit and the Golden Bonnie suit would be the only two animatronic suits that could be intermeshed with each other and have their robotics work mesh together. And that would be why, is because he took some Golden Freddy parts and threw it onto his Golden Bonnie suit to like repair part of the damage. But I think that happened, and then again more years go by. You know, it's not just like immediately afterwards, a year later, he's repaired himself, but now he's showing up. I think it's taken some more time since that incident for him to show up at the that's the Fanon one. Yeah, so this isn't even the right render either. Like, it's, I don't know, not that one either. It's it's just that it's there. It just, that's what happens, is he does that, right? So anyways, real model burn, right? He slaps some stuff on himself, all that bullshit, and then FNAF 6 happens. So yeah, so FNAF 7 is him in hell. All the other spirits have been gone except for just the vengeful spirit, who is the one that's burning him for like all eternity, making him play 50-20 mode over and over again until he wins. Gallant gaming video, maybe. Oh, probably right here, a deep dive into Scrap Trap's design. This guy right here. Cool. Part 1. Wow, it's a multi-parter. That is a heck of a deep dive, I'll tell you what. Yeah, other one? What? Oh, this one right here. Okay, cool. That's cool. How is Phone Guy in FNAF 6? William Afton never met him. Well, what do you mean William Afton never met him? William Afton listened to him. Hold on. Let me show you something here. So this is another thing that this is a thing that I believe, and I think everybody should just kind of believe it too. I don't know why I said it that way. Newspaper. Yeah, newspaper articles, blah, blah, blah. Boom, 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 boom. So check this out. Who's on this slip right here? Get it in there. Fritz Smith. Fritz is the name of one of the kids that Afton killed. No, I think Fritz Smith, the pink slip, this is William trying to find this was him the first time trying to gather the materials from this is him trying to gather the materials from the animatronics and wasn't able to do it. Yes, Fritz is in Foxy. Yes. This is the first one. So I think that's him. I think whenever you see the name of a murdered child show up on one of the checks, that it is either William or Michael. And I think Michael is the main like week-long guard, and then William is the extra guard if an extra guard pops up. Is my belief on this one. Is that ooh, tired. Anyways, here's something I'll throw out at you guys. I find underrated streamers and sub to that great stream. Thank you, I appreciate that. Connected, appreciate that. I'm just here to theorize in real time. I feel like people don't do that, and they should. Oh, Daniel Bossel 2024. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch. I appreciate that. Flames, thank you for the follow a few minutes ago. Also, you guys are awesome. You guys are killing it. We got so many follows, so many subs today. It's oh man, it does my heart good. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Michael shouldn't know the kids. What do you mean Michael shouldn't know the kids? Why shouldn't Michael know the kids? Why shouldn't Michael know the kids? By 1987, you think Michael doesn't know that his dad's killing kids? I think Michael's in it with his dad at this point. Yo, Connected Pieces, thank you for the sub over on YouTube. I do appreciate that. You guys are I appreciate you. But what if Michael is working for his dad? That's the thing. I think the full hero journey happens for Michael in this series. I think he starts off as a naive kid. He starts helping his dad with stuff. He doesn't realize what his dad's doing, necessarily. Then he finds out. Then sister location happens. And here's my thing. Here is the ultimate implication. Okay? Sitting guy in FNAF 4 looks like a bully from FNAF 4. Wait, the tall sitting guy in FNAF 4 looks like a bully from FNAF 4. Name because he knows he killed kids, not who. He knows the names of the kids. Why wouldn't he know the kids? They would be in the news. The names of the children that go missing because of his dad would be in the news. What are you talking about? He would know the name. He would know the names of the kids, for sure. Missing children posters, yeah. News reports. Jeremy Fitzgerald goes missing. Susie Carmichael, or whatever her last name is, goes missing. Fritz, whatever his name is, goes missing. And I don't think Fitzgerald is the actual last name. I think it was a different name, but like Jeremy so-and-so goes missing. Jeremy and Gabriel gone missing together. Yeah. So he would know the names of the kids that his dad killed. What's the other implication I was gonna say? Oh, here's a real fun kicker for you guys. What if Michael's a robot? What if Michael's a robot? And FNAF 5 is informing us of this. Well, no, but for serious, for realsies, all right? Before he actually had any children, William Afton builds a robot version of himself. A young he wanted kids. What if him and his wife couldn't have kids at first, right? What if they couldn't have kids at first? They were struggling or something like that. He has the ability to build a robot child for him and his wife to raise. And so they do. But after he builds the robot and then surprises his wife with the robot but she doesn't originally believe that he has brought home a robot child. She just sees a kid that looks just like him. And she flips out and says that he's had an affair, or that the baby, that he's had a child with someone else, and he has to try to convince her that the baby isn't actually his baby. that he would know the names, that he only knew the things were going when going in sister location when the missings happened much time ago. Well, here's the thing. So the theory is that he goes and works at the as a security guard on his dad's orders. Yes, the vampire show. That's what I'm talking about. The vampire show. Claire, I tell you, the baby isn't mine. But he looks just like you, Vlad. I swear, the baby isn't mine. He brought home a robot child for them to raise, and he tries to tell her this is a machine that I built, and she's like, no, it's a real baby that you had with somebody else. And he tells her, no, it's not my child, it is something I built. And then over time she finally agrees, or maybe she leaves. No, she doesn't leave him, because obviously they have 2 more kids, but she finally believes him, and they start raising the robot as an actual child, Michael, right? But Michael looks just like William, because as he builds newer, older versions of him, he would make him look like him, right? Oh, look, the connected pieces sub finally went through. Finally triggered in the old system there, the stream elements or whatever. Thank you again for that follow or that sub on YouTube. I really appreciate it. You guys have been killing it lately. Can't even tell you. We've gone up like, I don't even know how many, like 15 or 20 subscribers on the YouTube channel in the past like week, which I know for some people is like, I do that in a minute, but guess what? Not me. You guys are awesome. Anyway, so what if, I don't know if that's true or not, but it could be. It would make sense with the Immortal and the Restless, that he had made a child that wasn't actually his child, but his wife originally thinks it is him. That would explain why they think that Michael is William, and it would also explain why Michael is so willing to like listen to William. Why Michael is so willing to listen to William, and all that. Maybe part of his program was to mess with Cassidy, because that's the other thing. Boom, this. So Cassidy finds Sammy in his stomach that causes him to nightmare, blah blah blah, whatever. He is found by William when William was stuck behind the wall. Could not have happened. FNAF 6 couldn't have happened while William was stuck behind the wall, because William Afton is in FNAF 6. He's Scrap Trap. So anyways, William finds Cassidy in the closet and is like, how did you get in here? Blah, 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 whatever. All that good stuff. And Cassidy... I got a splinter in my hand. I'll have to dig that out later. But Cassidy doesn't tell him anything, but William's like, wait, no, I meant Ultimate. Oh, Ultimate. What if FNAF 6 happened when William was stuck? Oh, Ultimate Custom Night? No, because they do. I'm very bad with remembering things. No, because in Ultimate Custom Night, they directly reference the fire and like all that stuff. I will keep you here, no matter how many times they burn us. There's only 2 times when William gets burnt before that. So he wouldn't say the phrase, no matter how many times they burn us, if they had only ever been burnt once. If he'd only been set to fire once. But he's been set to fire more than one time. So that's the implication that they have that has happened. And they tried to release me, but I won't let you go, or whatever it is. They tried to release us, blah, blah, blah. I could pull it up. I'm not going to at the moment. But anyways, but yeah. So, crap, where was I at? Yeah, so William finds Cassidy and it's like questions him, like, what did you see anything, blah, blah, blah. Anything like that. And Cassidy doesn't give him anything. Doesn't say yes, no, blah, 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 anything like that. So William builds a Lonely Freddy to follow Cassidy around. Right? To follow him around. And to keep an eye on him. to see if he tells anybody about what he saw. To try and get him to admit what he saw. Yes. I think yeah, Elephant said that. Yeah. You know he is hiding again, blah, blah, blah. But that's the thing. You never want, for one, you never see Psychic Friend Fredbear over here being carried by crying child, aka Cassidy. Cassidy never carries this bear anywhere. So to imply that that's his friend that's pushing it. You never see Cassidy move this bear. This bear is moving itself. It is a lonely Freddy that is keeping surveillance on Cassidy to make sure he doesn't tell anybody. So he's keeping surveillance on him, and he's like purposely feeding into his fear. He's literally gaslighting this kid into being afraid to talk about it. What? They're there. It's there. The bear is there. It's a real bear walking around with Cassidy, but it's not his friend. He isn't carrying it around with him. It's walking itself around. It's a lonely Freddy. It's able to walk around on its own. And so it hides from everybody. You know, so when so for instance, actually hold on, I have the whole fucking map up. Where's it at? There it is. So if you look at this, whenever we're at a situation where he is in the same vicinity as a kid, as anyone else. Oh, ultimate. How can they talk if they're not there? They're not there. What? Oh, because the vengeful spirit, Sammy, the vengeful spirit, this kid right here, he's controlling all of it. He's running the whole show. So he's getting all the animatronics to talk in their voice and to say things. He's like set them up to say their like, you know, their characteristical things. He's just basically given them automation, basically. Anyways, so if you look, like, okay, so boom, here, Balloon Boy area right here where he's talking to this kid, that is Freddy hiding behind the wheel of a car, out of sight. When he's over here by this bigger kid, how can he reference things like Mr. Hippo's life and other stuff? He gave the animatronics their ability to just do their own thing. Like Mr. Hippo, most of their stuff was probably like it's pre-recorded crap that was already part of their their pre-programmed like animatronic life stuff. So, bro, don't ask me fucking spirit magic. Like, shit, what do you want from me? Not everything is going to have, like, a clean-cut thing. Like, these were things that they already did. So he's just he's just controlling it. I can't, like, pull all of it out. But anyways, as you can see, like, he's hiding in the flowers. He's hiding behind the fence. He's hiding in the sewer. He's hiding behind the cars. Every time that this kid is near another kid, Golden Freddy, Psychic Friend Fredbear, whatever you want to call him, hides away from all the other kids. Can't be seen by other kids. Because he's waiting, he's watching, he's inspecting, he's listening. He's waiting for Crying Child to talk and tell the secrets of what he saw. The only time we ever see Crying Child speak, 2 times. He only speaks twice. He speaks when he's in the closet and he wants let out, and then he never talks again until he's being carried to the mouth of Fredbear. Animatronic mode Fredbear. Those are only 2 times he talks. He doesn't talk again. He never talks in between. He gets spoken to, but he never talks. He's afraid to talk. Oh. So I think what happens is Sammy gets killed or goes missing. All right, he goes missing. There's not a confirmed kill either for Sammy. he goes missing because William kills him and then disposes of the body before anyone can find out. Cassidy witnessed it, but he never tells his father. His father's trying to find out, so his father makes a surveillance bot to follow him around. At some point, Michael overbullies him and throws him into the thing. Who's your favorite FNAF character? If Michael isn't a robot, Michael. If Michael isn't a robot, Michael. If he is a robot, not Michael. But anyways, but yeah, I think yeah, so Henry's kid goes missing, and that's why he invents the security puppet, right? Number one, oh yeah, Trash in the Gang. They are pretty high up there on the awesome list, on the awesomeness list. But yeah, so I think yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like Henry builds the puppet to make sure no other kids go missing in his restaurant. One kid goes missing. A week later, another kid gets his head chomped. So they don't scrap the yellow suits just yet. That's the thing, is I don't think they scrap the suits just yet. So here's my thing. What I think happens is, I think they go from this one right here, right? In this one gets closed down because of the, one kid goes missing, another kid gets chomped. While he's in a coma, they open up FNAF 1 location. Okay? Open it up. Right? While that one's open, FNAF 1 location's open. They take the gold suits there. They take the and then they make the 4 regular animatronic ones. I think that location's already open while this location's open. I think they're both open. This one gets closed down because of the incidents that happen. Mr. Hug and Trash and the 4 others are the gang. Yes, yeah. Mr. Hugs, Bucket, number 1 Crate, and there's a couple other ones. What I love is Trash doesn't exist. They're called Trash in the Gang, but Trash is not the name of any of them. I heard Nightmare BB is a canon character from Halloween. He's not canon. Nightmare BB is not canon. Is a non-canon character from the Halloween edition. The other Nightmares are canon. He is not. What was I gonna say? Yeah. So I think the FNAF 1 location is actually open at the same time as this location. I think the FNAF 1 location was Chica's Party World, and it got turned into the FNAF 1 location. All right. Thinking. Is that correct? Is that what I'm thinking? Yes. That's what happens. Chica's Party World gets turned into the FNAF 1 location. The mediocre melodies get pushed out. Oh, I should probably explain that to you new people who are here and don't know my other part of this theory. I believe that the ultimate timeline theory that MatPat created was almost right. The first part of it was almost right. I think the Chuck E. Cheese analogy is correct, but reversed. I think William Afton had hired animatronics. Yeah, Mr. Hugs, Pan Stan, number 1 Crate, Bucket Bob, and Mr. Can-Do. Yes, no Trash. It's called Trash in the Gang, but there's no Trash, just the gang. Anyways, so William Afton created Chica's Party World, and he had animatronics built for him by another engineer. Maybe that Edwin guy that exists. Maybe someone different. Who knows? Point is he has animatronics built for him. He has the mediocre melodies, Chica, right? Chica's Party World. He considers Chica to be the most memorable of all of the animatronics. He has an arcade. He has a party room. He has fully functioning animatronics who are just animatronics, right? Across town, there is Fredbear's Family Diner. which features 2 characters and 2 characters only: Fredbear, or Golden Freddy, and Bonnie. Spring Bonnie, or Golden Bonnie, whatever you want to call him, and Bonnie. Those are only 2 characters. Fredbear's was open first, and it had seen success early on because it was the only diner pizzeria place in the area that had animatronic slash dancing, dancing mascots. They were doing fine. But then William Afton from across the pond comes over, has some money to start up a restaurant, and he decides he wants to do the animatronic one too. He sees the success of Fredbear's, and he decides to get into the game also. So he hires somebody to make some mediocre melodies, right? And Chica is included in that, and some other off-brand characters, whatever. And he purposely makes sure that one of them is designed to look like a bear that is just off enough to not be Fredbear, but is close enough that people would, basically recognize him, and he could feed off of some of the success of Fredbear's. Yes, Ned Bear. Here's the other thing, though. He's British. And in the 80s, a very common stereotype was to believe that all Americans spoke in a country accent, a southern accent, if you will. So when he had all the animatronics made, he had them all made with a southern accent, so they would sound similar to the clientele that would be coming in to the restaurant. That's why, even though it doesn't make sense, there's like a hippo and an elephant and a bear that all have southern accents, and it makes no sense for them to have a southern accent. And I think Chica had a southern accent when she was first came into existence with the rest of the mediocre melodies, and I think when they adopted her into the Fredbear gang, which I'll explain when that happens in a second, when they adopted her in, they took away her southern accent. Because she would make sense as a southern animal, as a chicken. So what happens, you might ask? What happens is Chica's Party World is successful. Very successful. Not only do they have more characters, so there's a wider spread of characters for your kids to like and pick their favorite, right? There's a fairly memorable, noticeable character, Ned Bear, who is basically, can we have Fredbear? No, we have Fredbear at home. Picture Ned Bear, right? So, even when your kid's like, but I want to go to Fredbear's because Fredbear is so cool, boom, where does Mr. Cupcake come from? Probably at some point Chica gets a cupcake and a bib to integrate her better into the group or something, or to sell more food. If one of the mascots is constantly promoting eating, then the kids and stuff are going to want to buy more pizza. But then she also has a cupcake to remind the kids, hey, we also have desserts. So Chica's entire thing, anyway, I'll explain. Anyways, that's just from me being in sales and being in advertising and stuff like that, and thinking that will business wise. So the Williams company starts doing really well. Chica's Party World starts doing well, way too good. In fact, he's making tons of money, and Henry's Fredbear Family Diner starts going under because all the business that he used to get is now being acquired by this new guy. Well, Henry comes into financial trouble, right? So William agrees to save Fredbear's Family Diner, right? They come together and they make a they make a business together. But by product testing, they learn from the community and from just, product testing with groups and stuff. They learn that Fredbear is way more memorable than any of the mediocre melodies, minus maybe Chica. But for the most part, the kids prefer Fredbear over Ned Bear and the others. So when they come together, they realize that the roster's way too big, and especially the bears. We don't need 2 bears. Hippo doesn't make sense. All these characters don't make sense. having that many of them. So let's condense down and make them really marketable. So they do more product testing. Now they have Fredbear, they have Bonnie, they are keeping Chica because Chica is memorable enough to keep. They do more product testing and they continue showing proof is in the pudding. Chica's World was more successful because it offered more, not because it had better characters. Fredbear Family Diner had better characters. So Freddy Fazbear becomes the face of the new company. Henry's animatronic that he built that was the face of a failing business is now becoming the face of a successful business because they're coming together. So it becomes Freddy Fazbear's. They changed the name up. They make it Freddy Fazbear. They want to add more characters. So they go, well, we can't just have we can't have 3 yellow characters. You got to remember, they're adding Chica to the group. Now it's going to be 3 yellow characters? That doesn't make sense. A golden bear and a golden bunny? That doesn't make sense either. What if we make Freddy brown, like a regular bear, and then what if we make Bonnie a color that is, that's, that kind of is complementary to the other colors. So now we have a brown bear, a yellow chick, a blue bunny, purple bunny. That works. But then maybe they bicker a little bit about it, and they want to, or they don't bicker about it. They say they want a completely unique character to be added into the group. So they create Foxy, right? They create Foxy. The whole company's coming together. Now they're a company. They have these two former entities come together. Now they have 2 locations. They are a franchise, essentially. And maybe along comes an investment group. Trash King is 50% trash because Mr. Can Do is mostly a trash can. Maybe. Anyways, so the company comes together and they create Freddy Fazbear's Entertainment, and maybe they get a investment company to invest in them. All right, creates them as now a bigger entity. They're going to start franchising. They're going to get a TV show. And on the TV show, they're going to promote Freddy joining the group. They now have this 4th new character that nobody knows yet. They start a TV show, and that TV show is predominantly about Foxy joining the group. They phase out those other characters that don't test well with product testing, and they start working on other franchising. So they just created these new characters who's going to be a brown bear instead of a yellow bear. There's going to be a blue bunny instead of a golden bunny. And it's also the 80s. What was popular in the 80s? Action figures. They can make plushes. We're definitely going to make plushes. But we want some of the older kids to still like Freddy Fazbear's. That wants to go there too. So what do we need? We need action figures. So they make action figure toy versions of the animatronics. They make a toy Freddy, a toy Chica, and a toy Bonnie. Action figure versions of them. All right? Boom. Action figures do not mean that full-size versions of them exist yet. So they franchise. They turn into this. Fredbear's Family Diner is still functioning. Boom, it's right there. Right? Sammy goes missing. Henry's kid goes missing because William, in a fit of rage, kills Sammy, and that's the one kid that he shouldn't have killed because that was his partner's kid. Why would he do such a thing? Because William was mad. Yeah, Toy Springtrap. Yeah, they made Toy Springtrap. But William is mad. He's in a successful business, but all of the success is being attributed to Henry, not to William. William was a successful business guy. He was the one that ran a company so well that it ran Henry's company into the ground, allowing him to acquire Henry's company. But Henry makes the better animatronics. Henry has a more memorable characters. Henry's character becomes the face of the company. Why isn't Chica number one? Why didn't, Orville the elephant or Mr. Hippo? Why did none of them test as well as Henry's characters? Henry's character is now the face of the company. Everyone is thinking that Henry was a successful business, that Henry acquired William, not the other way around. Everyone's giving all of the glory Henry. And William, in a fit of rage or for whatever reason, or because he's always wanted to do it, maybe he's always had the inclination that he wants to, he wants to do this. And now he's mad. He's going to give in to this urge that he's been fighting off all of his life anyways. And in a lapse of judgment, at an opportune time, he kills Sammy, shoves him in the suit, hides his body away. Unfortunately, at the same time, his two bickering sons, the older one locks the younger one in the same closet. He's just William's just trying to get through the business day after doing this horrendous act, is trying to get through the business day without anyone realizing what's going on, just so he can dispose of the body later. Maybe that shallow grave out in the middle of Midnight Motorist, what if that's Sammy's grave? What if that's Sammy's grave? Anyways, but after that, yeah, so he disposes of the body. Cassidy saw it. Now he's worried. What if Cassidy knows what's going on? William, after acquiring Henry, has started working on his own animatronic skills, right? And he's created something in his workshop underground, under his house. He's created a robot that he can control. It's not the most sophisticated animatronic. It's rudimentary, but it can move on its own. It's small, so it wasn't as hard to build as a full-size animatronic. So now he has the surveillance bot following his son around. Alright, I'm going to leave now. Alright, Beanie, I'm going to be done fairly soon anyways. We're at 2:46. If you want to watch the rest of VOD tomorrow to keep caught up, and that way tomorrow you know what I'm talking about when we get into it, good on ya. But anyways, yeah. So now I'm just spitballing here for this point. But he has the surveillance bot following Cassidy. Cassidy gets bit after William's been suspicious of him this whole time. He was suspicious of Cassidy. He didn't want anything to happen to Cassidy. He just wanted to know if Cassidy knew what happened. Mediocre Melodies didn't get to be main animatronics because they need a battery pack next to them, are too small and can't be used by humans. Boom. There you go. See? But that's the thing. But that's not all of it, yay. Because once he acquires Henry, Henry's an engineer who could have made the Mediocre Melodies non-battery used, not as small, could become suits to be worn by humans. They could have been promoted to Freddy and Bonnie status. Hell, Chica did. They promoted Chica to full size. Henry could have made them all full size, but why would he when they don't test well compared to Freddy and Bonnie? That's what I'm trying to say, is that William got jealous of the fact that Henry was getting all of the credit for the company, even though William did all of the work, did all the real work, the business side of it anyway. Henry's just the genius engineer, and I think William started learning from him. He's easier to use characters that already exist. They both had, that's the thing, they both had characters that already existed. The Mediocre Melodies were part of one successful restaurant, and Fredbear and Bonnie were part of the failing restaurant. It isn't just easier to use characters that already exist. If you have another character that is more marketable, you do what you have to make them the face of your company. Even if Freddy would have been the smaller animatronic, if he would have been Big Mr. Hippo, would be very weird looking. I mean, yeah, but that's the thing. He wasn't popular. Mr. Hippo wasn't popular, right? So they trashed him. But Hippo actually, full size Hippo does actually exist. There is a canon version of events where Mr. Hippo is part of the Glam Rock gang. Hold on, I can show. Glam Rock Hippo. Right there. Boom. In one of the like promotionary stuff, Glam Rock Mr. Hippo exists. So full size Glam Rock Hippo. He played the triangle because he was awesome. But yeah, we're winding it down today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Appreciate it. You guys, oh man, today was amazing. I'll say that I should really promote this one time in the middle of the streams and stuff. I am currently writing a book. Has nothing to do with Five Nights at Freddy's. I will say that. I'm not writing a Five Nights at Freddy's theory book or anything like that. I am actually writing my own sci-fi literature RPG style game cool fucking book. Well, I think it's cool book. And if you guys are interested in reading it, you can get the first 6 chapters for free on my Patreon. Patreon. You can read it for free. Don't have to sign up. Don't have to donate anything, right? Or be anything. Read the first 6 chapters for free. Every time I finish a chapter, another chapter will become available for free. And all that good stuff. But yeah, if you guys haven't yet, no, do and then we're gonna be getting out of here soon. Oops. There it is. Okay. Yeah. So if you guys are interested in that, link is down below in the description down below if you're on YouTube. Put it in the chat. But if you're watching this afterwards, if you're interested in reading a book that I'm writing, go for it. If not, hey, it is what it is. I gotta try, right? Gotta try. But anyways, thank you guys so much. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Anyways, you guys have been amazing. I will see you guys probably tomorrow night. We're gonna probably be here again because I have been having so much fun doing this, and I love popping out new weird theories and seeing what you guys think of them too. So see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, come back. I'll be here at about 12:30 at night again. So 21 and a half hours from now, I will see you again. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for everything.